ताज्या बातम्यांसाठी एबीपी माझाला सबस्क्राइब करा आणि बेल आयकॉन प्रेस करा.
भारतीय उद्योजक एकमेव उद्योजक ज्यांना भारतरत्नने सन्मानित केलं होतं आणि त्यांच्याबद्दल बोलायला त्यांच्याच इतकी महान आणि द्रष्टी व्यक्ती आज आपल्या बरोबर आहे. त्यांची ओळखही करून द्यायची गरज नाहीये. ते आहेत रतन टाटा. स्वतः रतन टाटा आपल्या बरोबर आहेत. सर, बहुत बहुत स्वागत आपका. आई जस्ट वांटेड टू आस्क यू, वी आर डूइंग अ सीरीज ऑन भारत रत्न and this is on JRD Tata. When JRD was given Bharat Ratna award, the highest award, you remember what was his feelings and what was your feeling as Tata?
I remember that very well. I was told in Delhi, I forget by whom. Okay. I was told that JRD Tata is going to receive the Bharat Ratna. So I rushed back to Bombay and telephoned him and said, Jay, I understand you're going to be receiving. And I still remember his words. He said, oh no, I wish they would give it to someone else. I don't know that I can handle that. And I think the first public speech he made on this was when it was announced and the group held a function for him. And he openly at that function said, when I heard this, I wished it had not been me, because I'm not ready for that kind of recognition. But then he accepted it gracefully. He was very proud of receiving it. And we're all very proud to have him receive this.
What memories you have about JRD Tata?
Well, I have many memories of Mr. JRD Tata because I worked closely with him the last several years of his life. And he was a person very quick to understand something or a proposal. He grasped the details of that before anybody else did. He could also pick out the weaknesses in the proposal. On a personal basis, he was in many ways like a father to me. I remembered he once called me to go to a cinema with him. And when we got there, in those days, to handle the queues to buy tickets, they used to have like a rail. And he had not bought the tickets, so he sat on the rail and waited for
Tickets.
For his position to come on the line.
Okay.
And in those days, there was not so much media, so people didn't recognize him as such. And even when he checked in for a flight as chairman of Air India, sometimes he wouldn't be recognized.
Can you pinpoint any specific incidents when you thought that this is a great man? Any incidents you remember?
I could not get to be informal with him. Okay. I always looked at him and as the chairman, and sometimes he would ask me, well, why are you sitting there? Sit here. It's easier to talk to, and so on. If I said, good morning, sir, he'd say, stop this sir business.
Call me Jay.
Yeah. So, and it was never a letdown. you always, when you met him, you understood why he was the chairman.
When I was doing research for this episode, I went through one interview of J.R.D. Tata in Pune, where he said that when a father gets happy that my son or my daughter is now working in telco and now I'm relieved, that is the moment of satisfaction for me.
Yeah.
This is what he said. What do you think, what made him really satisfied?
I don't know, there are many things that satisfied Jay. He was very satisfied if somebody expressed good sentiments about the group.
Okay.
He was very satisfied if he was able to help somebody, let's say medically, get them to the hospital or something. He was very satisfied if he was able to bring happiness to somebody. I would say his greatest satisfaction was that. If he was able to do whatever is necessary and bring somebody who was in a hopeless position, to give that person hope or bring that person back to health or so. Those are the things he enjoyed most.
Tata sir, I want to ask you, what J.R.D. Tata did for India, for Tata, and for you personally. What he gave to you, what he gave to India, what he gave to Tata.
First of all, what he gave to Tatas and India, in my view, he gave his life. He lived, he was a very avid national.
Yes.
He was proud of being an Indian.
Yes.
He lived for India. He may disagree. He was quite vocal if he disagreed.
Okay.
Even with the government. And he was sometimes misunderstood for that. But he never did anything for himself. It was for the country. So he gave his life for the country. He didn't build huge home. He lived in a rented house all his life. And for the company and for Air India, which he considered to be his creation, which it was, he would do anything for the Tata Group or Air India, or for that matter for the nation. Those were his prime priorities. He would never ask you to do something illegal or incorrect.
No.
And if you did something incorrect, you'd be the first one to bang you down for doing that.
And what personally he gave to you?
I think what he gave to me personally was the guidance that he gave, the kindness and the support he gave me at times when things were difficult. Difficult to enunciate. He did a lot for me that I can't even recall.
J.R.D. Tata as well as Ratan Tata to be remembered in India as?
I can't answer that. For myself, I think for J.R.D. I can answer that.
Yeah, you can answer.
Because he never looked to get any title or award or medal for what he did. Mm-hmm. He would have thought all the Indians should do the best they can. He would be remembered as he is remembered, to be a very great person who built this empire over 50 years of his chairmanship. And he did it in a very humble way. Many people don't know that for several years he used to drive himself to work every morning when the traffic was better than it is now.
In Mumbai.
And he used to stop and pick up somebody who's waiting for a bus or taxi or something.
Okay.
And he'd drive them wherever in Flora Fountain they were going. And he'd talk to them. And they had no idea whom they were talking to. And it was his way of feeling what is the feeling of a man on the street or the young office goer or such. And he wouldn't introduce himself. It would be much later that somebody would say, you know, I think I was given a ride
By JRD.
by him.
Yeah. Thank you very much for giving me time.
No, not at all. Thank you for doing this on him. And JRD is a person that needs recognition for what he has done to India, for the Tata Group, and for humanity. Thank you.
So thank you very much. तर हे होते रतन टाटा, जे स्वतः अत्यंत मोठे उद्योजक आहेत आपल्या देशातले, आणि आपण सगळे त्यांच्याकडे एक आदर्श म्हणून बघतो, आणि त्यांनी त्यांचे आदर्श असलेल्या JRDबद्दल त्यांच्या मनात काय भावना आहेत त्या व्यक्त केल्या.